and so that you can, so that whatever work we are doing at CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, in the area of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the language technology, how these things will going to be part of your healthcare domain and rest of the domains where directly or indirectly this technology is going to be consumed. So let me share my screen, then we'll start that. Please confirm whether screen
Yes,
is
sir.
visible.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible. Please to maximize the screen.
It is maximum from my end, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir. It's okay. It's a visible.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, yeah, so good afternoon, all, once again, and welcome on this program sponsored from the AICTE ATAL, and especially from thank you from the DY Patil University and the Engineering College. Hope you're going to take a few pointers and few learnings with this 3 hours session. And I try my best. We try our best to deliver the best content, especially covering from the health sector, how artificial intelligence and from the text as well as the voice part extended to generative AI. You know, everyone is talking about nowadays generative AI. So these things will be the our theme of the today's presentation. So I always insist that the continuous learning is the best medicine for success, and these things I usually tell to students. But definitely, we are all students at one point. Though we are our profession, our teacher at that junction, but definitely the continuous learning will the best medicine for success of your life and as well as your career growth also. With that, this is the let me know if I go fast. These are the agenda for today's talk. I'm just you most of definitely aware about the Center for Development Advanced Computing CDAC. I'm going to talk a little more about the AI life cycles, the emerging of the AI and how it's disrupting the entire world nowadays. And definitely the best part of AI is the artificial neural network. Sorry, ma'am.
Participant, please unmute yourself. Mute yourself.
Yeah. So this is the agenda. At the same time, the different application covering from the health sector and the different domains also we're going to talk a little more about that. And agentic AI, you know that this is the buzzword, and it is being used across the industries nowadays. And at the same time, it is advancing your day-to-day working style also. So at the point, it is you should afraid about that also, but it is your buddy, and it will help you to smoothing your activities. Agentic AI.
नेक्स्ट फाइल चेक फाइल कोणाची पूर्ण चेक जाना पडतं तुमचं
I insist everyone to just mute your mic, please. Yeah. So Center for Development Advanced Computing, the vision of its very premier research and development in the field of electronic and ICT, was established in 1988 with the denial of the supercomputer from the USA. Then our late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi approached us and he make a vision, why don't we build our own supercomputer? With this vision, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar was taken this baton in 1988 and he started the CDEC journey and deliver India's first supercomputer with the name of Param supercomputers. And the rest is the history, and the various different types of supercomputers has been delivered across the India as well as abroad also. So, and this is about the CDAC. This is our governing councils and how our functioning will be there. We are located around 12 locations across the India, and 4,000 plus tech skill professionals are working in all different centers, with working with the various different types of research and development, business, and various types of projects, especially from covering all the technological field from biomedical side to healthcare to language computing, for educations also, and development of HPC, high performance computing, which is really important for HPC fraternity. So this is the our centers, and this is our technical expertise where we are working on the various theme also, from high performance computing to healthcare, e-governance, automotive, IoT based devices, strategic sector. These are the a few names are there. So we are working research and development in all across all the domains of this one. Uh, yeah, just start. Yeah. So this is our technical expertise, and these are the some missions that we are working on, that so that we deliver the best product and cutting edge research from this under this mission, exascale computing mission. This is again the extended extension of the HPC part one, microprocessor, quantum computing, AI and language computing, generative AI. These are the field where we are working in the mission mode part also. Yeah, these are the series of supercomputer deployed across the India, as I mentioned, under the Atma Bharat, and we are also matching the Viksit Bharat 2047 vision with this deliverables and these technologies. So I just wanted to bring some government initiatives also. Being a central government entity, CDAC, we comes under the Ministry of Information and Telecommunication System, and yeah, these are the mission over there. India AI mission. It is recently launched mission with the vision of the AI for all, and national supercomputing mission, where the objective of this is very niche or there to deploy, build and deploy all the top-notch IITs, NITs, institute supercomputers, and national language translation mission. So under, yeah, I just give one slide under that one. The 7 foundation pillar for India AI mission. Why I'm talking about, because this is very important mission, and recently started with the cost of 10,000 plus crore rupees were there, with having the different pillars. So for building any AI model, building into any AI model, the compute part is very important. So investment in the compute, so that whoever, any startup, academia want to pursue the research and development and build the products, so they can also take the leverage of this mission and submit their ideas and proposal, so that they can get funding, as well as also at the same time for training related things, they will provide the compute also at the same time. The objectives are so many, make the people future ready also, different application, and also they wanted to create a complete ecosystem where the all the data set from all the sectors, from agriculture, health, smart cities, you can name it, all the data set, they have to bring it under one umbrella, so that all the AI enthusiasts can take the leverage and build their application in the way the data set we are accessing from the Hugging Face and the Kaggle, same sort of journey they have started with that. Yeah, this is the same thing I'm talking about, the AI course. They name it AI course, where you can have access of all the data set. So I insist you guys, so you can also uh, tell your students to access this data set and try and build the application from across the domain with the from the AI technology side. The other mission, National Supercomputer Mission, it is very important, laid on the 2015, where through the NKN network, all the supercomputer across the nation can connect to each other, and all the HPC and AI job can be submit and get it done from your node also. So this is the government initiative definitely, and it can be, the facility can be available any institution, any organization, either it's a government or private, they can take the benefit and leverage their technological advancement. These are the series of supercomputers deployed across the nation, across top-notch institutions, with the different sizing of that. SIDAC Pune itself, we have Param Siddhi AI supercomputer, and we open up it for the industry visit also. I insist whoever we in the vicinity of the SIDAC can take the benefit and have the experience of that. This is very powerful machine, 2.5.26 petaflop machine. The rest is the list is so big. I just brought it some big machines over here. So all these the beauty of this, all these machines are interconnected so that the people can submit their job and can perform training of their from the HPC side as well as from the AI side also. So yeah. So the phase wise there recently Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi launched the few of the supercomputers under the under the NSM mission. This is the machine that I am talking about, the Param Siddhi, which is in this our center, CDAC Pune centers only. So whatever model we are training, AI model, all are built on this machine, and these machines are equipped with the powerful GPUs, NVIDIA GPUs, which are most expensive one also. But yeah, we get the opportunity to work on this type of bigger machines. At the same time, the extension of Param Siddhi is a Rawat system. This is again government initiative. This machine is also we commissioned as a POC, and this is also in SIDAC Pune Center. Also, this is a 410 AI petaflop machine, which is huge. Around 556 A100 GPU cards are part of this machine. And it's ranked 75 in the top 500 certifications. This is the certification internationally issued by the supercomputing community. So this is the merger of Siddhi and AI and the National Language Translation Mission. This is also very important because our because our talk is mostly related to the health sector. Why I'm talking about this very important? Because in health domain, there is not only the working on the directly disease or the is one aspect definitely, but at the same time, the entire ecosystem can be enabled with the AI, with the language technology also, where we have developed and deployed with different types of systems. And CDAC has the strong footprint in the healthcare domain also. So will in the next session we'll definitely going to see how language technology can leverage the health sector in the form of chatbot system, conversational chatbot, and other part of the process of that. So few are the I'm just mentioning over here. I do request ki cdac.in is our website, so everyone can go and visit over there and see the plethora of healthcare sectors, product services and projects are built by CDAC and deployed across the nation, from private as well as government sector, and people getting benefit out of this product and technology. These I am named few over there. The Intelligent Diabetic Floor System, e-Sanjeevani is the flagship project of the CDAC, which is a national telemedicine series of that. So this was the actually game changer in the COVID time. Around lakhs and lakhs of people who are using and onboarded on this system and get the consultation over their own mobile also. And there are a lot of deployment across over there in the India. This one. So other HIV care. This is also these are the product that is developed by CDAC. Soft and iCare, Ishandan. I said this is a completely a bouquet, completely a suite of the all the Ayush practitioners, where we can brought the Ayurveda, Unani, and the yoga all are brought in under one umbrella. We will have a short demonstration of Ayush Soft and iCare also. So you can have the feel of that, how this product, what is the challenges and the technology get involved in building this type of product. So these are the few more of the drug vaccine distribution system and the complete hospital management system. Mercury is again the telemedicine system, which is being used most of the public sector side, as well as the Odisha government is using this product from more than 10 years also. So now onwards, so this is the short brief of the CDAC, and so I know you guys are very much aware about this AI and artificial intelligence, but as a just my point is that to just bring some your thought process, how this technology get evolved at the same time, how the neural network and their different types are there, and how they are being used in this current age of generative AI. So this is the my flow of the next presentation. Uh, yeah, hope I'm connecting you guys. If please let me know if I'm going fast or if anything, then please ask me to stop. And if you have any discussion, just let me know. Yeah. So unified intelligence. I mean, this is simulating human intelligence using machine learning and algorithms. This is how human being can performing their task. So we are expecting that the AI is the possibility that the machine can also do the same sort of things, and hope in coming future we definitely going to see. Already we are seeing those outcomes of AI, but the basic fundamental working in this current age of AI is definitely the artificial neural network, uh, which is again AI inspired the structure function of the brain using connected nodes. So how our brain, it's completely a simulation of our brain where each node, each neuron is interconnected with that, and how we process, perceive information, and come with some reasoning and come with the decision. The same thing can be brought in the artificial way also. So this is the history of that way, 1950 to 2025. Very early days, the Turing test, the Alan Turing was started that test and determining the intelligence of machine. He thought of that key, can machine be the intelligent? Then the process was started over there. Yeah, just yeah. So yeah, then the different types of AI comes with the time also. AI winter, Deep Blue, Siri. We everyone using the Siri in our iPhone and some other way also, which is a smart and intelligent assistant system. Watson, this is the IBM Watson, which will help you through your document also. And Alexa, Trey, AlphaGo, ethic guidelines. These are the see the journey of AI. It has a different decade of their flagship or their at the same time in 1920-25, a huge difference when the chat GPT get introduced. The generative AI arena comes in the picture. Large language model are ruling that generative AI. At the same time, quantum machine learning is also a very demanding field. Automated machine learning, IoT, digital twin, cybersecurity, AI hardware. There's so many things are getting disrupted with this AI technology. Okay. So evolution of AI from rule-based to DL, from the deep learning. Rule-based is definitely certain rules can be, heuristic rules can be written and perform certain tasks. And those tasks will be get little automation of that. Then the machine learning will comes in the picture, which will work on your data set, understand your data. Um, just a minute. Yeah, the machine learning, where the machine learning shifted from predefined rules to data-driven approach will be getting introduced over there, where the different types of machine learning, SVM can, and then different types of classification, regression, machine learning can be evolved and used for solving the very interesting problem. Then the arena comes with the deep learning. This is very beautiful phase of the complete AI side of that. The deep learnings is again where the big deep neural network comes in the picture. various breakthrough applications can be get involved from the language side, from the speech recognition, computer vision side also, and the required the bottleneck with the deep learning side. Whenever you're going to train the larger size of the neural network, they required a huge data set also. But nowadays, with the self-supervised learning and all those things are there, with your unlabeled data, you can with small amount of labeled data, you can solve the bigger problems also. So this picture, definitely you all have seen that this is a deep learning, machine learning, all are the superset of each other. I just want to bring the life cycle of AI. I mean, suppose you wanted to develop a chatbot from the healthcare domain where the patient doctor conversation can be the part of that, where a patient can get the consultation from the doctor side, also can register, can ask for appointment also. At the same time, hospital management side also. So these type of applications, especially from the AI side, there is a life cycle from the design phase to deployment phase, and the monitoring phase also be there. Very first, we need to identify the problem. Definitely, for after identifying, suppose you wanted to build a chatbot system, then it's required the data collection and the preparation for what type of chatbot you're looking for, whether it's a question answer, it's a chatbot, or it's a conversational, whether you want a AI, whether you want a speech enable also. So these are the modalities can be designed and decided at the time of problem identification. Then once your model get trained, you have to be go with the model development phase. And the model, once you train your model, it has to go through the evaluation and validation phase also. This is very important phase of any AI model, where we come to know ki our trained model is how much efficient and how much correct also, so that we can reach out our customer audience in the right way, and we deliver a good system over there. Then the deployment in the integration phase, then the monitoring and maintenance phase. This is the typical life cycle. This is not limited for the AI only. You can mostly, this is a borrowed from the normal software development side also, where the same, but in the different way we adopt and process the steps of that. Yeah. So from so far, I just talked about the evaluation of artificial intelligence and different types of that, rule-based to machine learning to deep neural network. So we talked about machine learning, then we'll moving toward the artificial neural network, which is again artificial neural, different types of artificial neural networks so far come design and come up with that, where starting from the perceptron, which is very basic computer network. Then the multiple when the multiple neurons connected each other, then the feed forward neural network from left to right direction, it move your training or there. Then multi-layer perceptron is there. Then the era of deep learning comes, convolution neural network, recurrent neural network, and transformer can be the subset of the artificial neural network bucket. So we'll definitely going to discuss a few points with different types of neural network. So from the biological neurons to artificial neuron, we the human being can think, reason, decisions can be with our brain is the main entity, and it has equipped with the billions of the neurons will taking place to do the this activity, and the different parts of that, the dendrites, axon, cell body, nucleus. So how information can flow from one cell to other cell with the dendrites of that. So this is the analogy that how your neural biological neuron can be mapped with the artificial neurons. So the inputs, nodes, weights, and output, the synapses which carries the information, which store the information, and examines the output part of our neural network of that. So this is the how the typical biological neurons and neuron, and as well as the artificial neural network. So this is the typical schematic of this one. So now the perceptron, where the let's say if you want to build some classification problem, so take a summation of the inputs with their bias of that. So bias will just tell us the give some flexibility on the training side. So your training can be generalized also in the same way. So this is the way the perceptron work. Then the feed-forward neural network, where the multiple layers of neural network are connected and information flow from left to right. Uh, Flow comes with the input layer, and the neurons in each layer are interconnected to each other and process the information. So, I mean, the best part of that is that artificial neural network are good for the non-linearity, non-linear solver, like problem solving sort of thing. So, and we know that our all the real world problems are not real. They are definitely the non-linear problems are there. You can from the image side, from computer vision side, from language side, or from maybe speech side also. These are all are the non-linear problem, real world problems, which will definitely solve by the neural networks. So operation training, we will do the training also. For training, we use the back propagation algorithms. The error can be propagated to the network on the backside, and then whatever difference error will become with the optimization algorithm, we will try to reduce this one. And in the same way, we train our neural network. Then the multi-layer perceptron, where instead of one layer, you can bring it multiple layers, and more complex and the real world problem can be addressed with that. So again, this is always be a question: how many layers we have to keep it for any problem. It is again depends on what problem you are taking and what sort of data you have. If you have a small data set and you are creating a multiple hidden layers in that, then definitely it won't work, because it has their own problems also. And these problems will definitely not going to be if you train your model with this problem, then definitely your model will not be generic one and cannot be reached to your problems on that. Multi-layer perceptron, the activation functions, every neurons employ activation function, a series of activation functions, sigmoid, ReLU, and all these things. Back propagation algorithms, advantages capable of learning complex mapping, and these are the things. So multi-layer. Then we are moving towards the deep learning area. So for artificial and neural network, then this is again the different types of neural network get evolved in this time of frame. Where the
Sorry, I don't understand.
yeah, CNN convolution neural network, recurrent neural network, transformer, which is nowadays the backbone of the current AI systems also. So convolutional neural network, I know you have very good idea about that. This is specially designed neural network for the specially processing for the image related problem. And you know that the in healthcare sector there are the so many problems which are directly related to the image processing thing. So this is a very landmark neural network. There are the very different architecture based on this neural network comes, and they solve very promising problem from the healthcare sector as well as from other domain also. So yeah, this is how it's going to. It's just the convolutional neural network is just transforming your high dimensional images into low dimensional images in the feature ways also, and at the end you can apply the your fully connected neural network and get with the softmax neural network and ReLU, whatever you can choose over there, and get it solve your problem also. So that you can build the OCR system also, face recognition system also, handwritten recognition systems also, identifying the objects also. The series of things from the image side also. If you have an image of the disease, images will be there. So you can train your neural network in such ways so that it can, based on those images, it can predict mostly in cancer side also, whether it's a malignant or not. This type of things can be decision can be brought out with training of this thing. I know the healthcare sector is very sentimental and very very we don't have a leverage of doing errors over there. So instead of completely depending and rely on the AI system, we always consider this will be the assistive part for the experts, doctors, and the all the medical practitioners. There are the few part of this convolutional kernel, and how it's going to input data through the kernel. The special filters are there. So with that, how we will just minimizing our image in that from big size image to a small size image, where from the image side every pixel is not very important and not containing all the relevant information. Yeah, in the same way, recurrent neural network, they are also very interesting neural network get evolved with the different version of that. Long LSTM is also there, GRU is there. They are especially meant for the how you are passing your knowledge from one unit to other unit. So they are work in the recursive fashion also. Um, every hidden state can pass to the next state. Outcomes will pass to the next state. So connected to allow information persist across the steps also, where these things are missing in the previously seen the neural network. And especially it is used for language related things, where the uh, next word is depend on the previous word. So these dependencies can be taken care, very well taken care by the recurrent neural network also. But it has their own challenges also. It not contain the memories also. Then the overcoming of this part, the different types of the different variant of the RNN comes in the pictures. At the same time, this type of neural network has their own problems also. The vanishing and exploiting gradient. If your context is very long, then definitely it will lose the information. So and this is something called the vanishing gradient problem over there. At the same time, exploiting gradient, when the information flows too high, then this type of problem is comes in the picture. It has very limited contextual memory. So if you wanted to boost maximum token, then you won't able to get it solved over there. And training complexity, they are very expensive in training also because of their complexity in their architecture also. Then to overcome with the memory problem, there is a change in the design also, where they brought it the introduced the long short term memory over there, so that you can able to solve this one. Just a minute. So this, yeah. So long-term short usually a special kind of RNN capable LSTM explicitly designed to avoid long-term dependency. As I mentioned, when your context length or when your sentence length is more than you will lose this information. So with this memory cell, you can preserve the contextual information. And this type of system, this type of neural network is specially used for the machine translation as well as the classification part, generation part also. Now, this is the time for transformer. I mean, transformer is definitely a state of art neural network, which has two part over there, encoder and the decoder part, where encoder will take your input and convert into embeddings of that and generate the representation of your input. And those representation embeddings will be fed to the decoder network, which will predict the next word sequence of that. And this is how it's going to work. The best part of this transformer architecture is that it comes with the attention mechanism. The attention mechanism is the same. The way we see the problem with the different thought process. The same analogy brought with here also. Suppose you given a sentence over there. Hello, I'm Mahesh Bhargava working in SEDAC. So, I mean, from seeing in one angle, the different heads are there, which will going to see. Some are seeing the what will be the content, contextual information, what will be the verb, what will be the predicate. So, this type of things can be getting know with the different attention mechanism. This will be help to understand the sentence, so that based on that you can predict the next word also. So, yeah, this is the typical architecture of the transformer neural network. Where the transformer unit at the encoder part, the if you're saying that left hand side is the encoder part, which will again comprises the different part of that. Very first, the input sequence will be goes to the feature extraction part, which will extract the embedding and feature converting your sentence into meaningful word also. Then at the same time, these are the completely parallel system, so that to retain each word position will introduce the position encoding over there. Then it will go to the main block of the encoder, where the multi-head attention can be the part of that, and adding normalization and input to the feed forward network. So this is how the typical functioning of the encoder block of the transformer architecture. Once you get in the same way, you have different set of this type of layer architecture will be there. uh, for chat gpt and language model, mostly this type of architecture being used with certain modification also, so that we will get the fast training and get good output also. So the generated embedding will be input to the decoder part, which is my right hand side also, which contain the same architecture. Only the mass multi-head attention will take in the picture, where the causal learning can be part of that. The next word prediction can be taken place of that. These are the again the encoder blocks, as I mentioned over there. The inside of that, the position, multi-head attention, and the stake of this one will be the part of that training on that, and the rest part is the decoder block. So advantage of definitely the this is again I can say it's the advanced version and the newer version. Whatever problem we have seen in the RNN network, it got pretty much resolved in that transformer neural network, where you can see these network usually train on the GPU machines, and GPU comes with the thousands of the cores. To get the leverage of their power, we definitely have to train our model in the parallelism way. So these things can be very well addressed by the transformer. With the introduction of the attention mechanism, self attention enable model to weight different parts of different parts of input can be differently weighted on get the can capture the long-term dependency. Scalability, you can scale this architecture also to handle the sequence of varying length of without the computational challenge also. So this is a very advanced neural network architecture, and being used nowadays everywhere, from vision side, from language side, from the speech side, and so on and so forth. So now we talk about some applications also, from especially from the health domain. What are the application we can design and develop with this language part, speech part, the clinical documentation and transcript. This is also very important application, where the record can be generated over there. doctor prescriptions, and the transcription and the conversation can be very well documented with the speech technology and the language technology. Voice-based digital assistant system, which are very, very in need of are also, and most of the companies and hospitals and doctors are using this one, diagnostic voice biomarker. I mean, through your voice samples you can get to know what type of disease you are having. With definitely these type of problem is definitely required a very curated and very well annotated data set also, but can be built using AI, can be built the application also. Telemedicine, as I mentioned you, e-sanjeevani and other state of art product. uh, there are so many telemedicine products available in the market, and which are being used not even the tier 1 cities but tier 2 and that village level also. We have seen the COVID part where how the patients can get benefited with this telemedicine technology. So these are the different use cases. So what type of techniques is being used? Definitely conversational automatic speech recognition, NLP, LLM can be the use, or the doctor virtual scribe, speech to text and NER can be the part of that, where we can identify the actual medical terminology. Multilingual telemedicine agent. Suppose my doctor is from Chennai, and he wanted to converse in Tamil, or my client is from Chennai and he wanted to converse in Tamil, and the doctor was assigned from the Hindi belt. So with this technology, the multilingual S2S sort of thing, speech to speech on the fly translation can be, and speech can be generated, so the patient can listen on their own voice in Tamil and the doctor can speak in English only. So this type of systems can be built. And we also have built POCs and the system from this side of things. AI agent for flow follow up monitoring, definitely agentic AI. I'm just give you some overview also from the agentic AI side also. So some other applications from the speech to speech, automatic subtitle. All these are the application. Again, it's a part, it's an outcome of the AI, and in some part of the different sub technology, speech recognition, machine translation, language technology, natural language processing, computer vision, all being used directly or indirectly in each application. Yeah. Then sentiment analysis, chatbot, these are the more application which is directly from the text-based side. Digital health record, deploying a medical time series model to diagnose digital illness also. So there are many image captioning system also, where you can provide the image, the system will let you know this type of problem is there. Sentiments also, different types of sentiment can be there. So I mean, there are so many applications. And I know we are using directly or indirectly every application. Face recognition also. This is a very interesting project done for the election commission from the SEDAC side, where it is being used, and deduplication in part done from the billions of people. So there are millions of people we have done for that. Machine translation from one language to other language. We are working for almost all 22 official languages and build and deployed so many solutions across the nation. Speech recognition, where we build the transcription, synthesis, speaker identification, spoken language identification, and different types of application can be built with that. Which is again comprises of the speech technology, digital signal processing, machine learning, deep learning, all bring together and solve the speech technology, build the speech technology product. Speech recognition, where I have to speak in one language and it get transcribed, it get recognized and transcribed in the word form. This is the traditional way, and let me land it. This is the modern way of doing, where we're talking about the end to end using a artificial neural network, which will take a speech as an input and extract the features, train the neural network, and get transcribed in the language where you have build that one. So this is how the end-to-end text-to-speech system will see and build over there. And we have built almost in 10 language, more than 10 language speech-to-text system, and being used from different client, from SEBI, from High Court of India, or using this R system for transcribing their proceedings and building their document also. This is the H2S system that I'm talking about. That this is the very good use case for the telemedicine, where the doctor can speak in English and a patient can speak in Tamil only, and how these things will be performed, the conversational among both of them. So this is the architecture. This is again the slightly changed architecture of the conformer, slightly changed architecture of the transformer, which is again the hybrid form of the CNN and the transformer. With this, using this architecture, we build our speech recognition systems. These are the tools and technology that we used for training our neural network model. I mean, and the various corpora will require for training of that. These are the framework, PyTorch, TensorFlow, Keras, and so many. I mean, Python libraries, OpenCVs are being used and for development of this type of application and training of the model. So I think we are running, yeah. So we have 15 minutes, 10 minutes of time. We talked about AI. AI, ML, and DL. Now the new part will be introduced with this subset, with the GenAI and the LLM part of that. So I mean, GenAI is nothing but the system to generate text, audio, any data that we can see over there. It may be from text, audio, or image, or videos. We are seeing this technology is working very well, and it is wholeheartedly accepted by the all the industries. And in coming days, we're going to see a lot of change and a lot of advancement in this AI, generative AI. The thing is that it required a huge, messy amount of data and different variations of the neural network, archive variation, autoencoder, generative adversarial network, transformer, will being used for this Gen AI part. We are also building and training the large language model at our side, and those model will being trained for Airavat Paramsiddhi, a supercomputer. JNMI, the model has the ability to generate the next word and can solve the various different types of downstream tasks from the question answer generating text. We will going to see that part. My colleague Siba will going to definitely take you to the journey how this LLMs will consume for in solving the real world problems, especially from the chatbot side and other from the speech side also. So these are the applications. So these are the typical architecture that we followed for building and training of that. So the Jane architecture is a data set is there, and then the pre-training will definitely require. This is completely a self-supervised way of training over here. So you come with your unlabeled data, let's say for your if you want to build your machine translation, so you come with your data, you can perform the pre-training with using the neural network architecture transformer based. And once you train, so the training of pre-training can transform, can make them understand your language, key what is language, what is the nuances of the language, what is the architecture of the language, what is the grammar, or what is the verb. So everything can get learned and understand during the pre-training phase. Now the yeah, fine tuning phase will comes over there. With the label data set you can fine tune it. So your model is now understand the language. Now you can what exactly problem you're going to take it and build over there. So bring that label data and you can train it, so your machine learning or question answer or whatever can be built it over there. So this is a typical language model where the probability distribution is be there. So what is the probability of next word prediction or the evolutions from the again 1967, where the people are talking about that time also language models, and we have seen that different language model also from the n-gram, from bigram, trigram also, where which will be being used for different types of problem solving also. Now we are in completely generative and the large language model area arena where the language and the text can be generated using this one. The same concept and same fundamentals will work behind this also required a large amount. So this is again, this is the being used for generative AI, this large language model. There are different types of LLM. I mean GPT wala generative pre-trained transformer. This is the typical architecture. As I mentioned, a transformer has has the encoder and the decoder block. So GPT is purely based on the decoder blast with a generative pre-trained transformer model. The BERT, we have also seen that the bidirectional encoder representation one. So for a small sort of problem, classification, question answers can be used this one. And the T5, accelerate custom domain specific SLM. So there are different types of topologies in the network architecture being used for LLMs. It's again what sort of LLM you are designing, and that too it's what type of data do you have. So these are the very important things while thinking and designing the and training the LLM also. Transformer architecture, attention mechanism, stacking of the layer. So this is how the typical, as we already discussed, this architecture. So how do LLM works? Simply, I mentioned it that there is a broadly, if you're going to say, there's a pre-training phase and the fine-tuning phase. In pre-training, we will do the self-supervised learning, where the unlabeled data can be fed to the model and it get understand of the data, get reasoning of that data. And once the model is pre-trained with the fine-tuning in the fine-tuning stage, with your small label data set, you can build your application. Challenges, yeah, definitely the challenges are there, which are generating the hallucinated output, guardrails, and these are the some very promising challenges. People are still working on that. Huge advantage of LLMs. I mean, creativity, efficiency, cost effective, and the personalizations can be build a personal model for the aged people and get benefit of that. Language technology, different sectors, healthcare, analyzing medical imaging, identifying the disease, recommending treatments also can be built with over the top of these LLMs. At the same time, yeah. So I just give one brief overview of agentic AI, because when we're going to talk in the next session, when we're going to talk about the chatbot. So these things will be agentic AI is again it's a has moved from the rule based system, from how you're going to automate your process from rule based to the with using the generative AI and make it a autonomous agents also. So the agents can also work and behave like your assistant, where they can act, reason, learn independently with the provided access also. Can I go beyond answering question to complete the task? The key question also is getting involved. So the definition, work, use cases, and challenges, future of that. So the transition from AI chatbot to agent of multi-agent system. I mean, chatbot is already in place, but with the advent of generative AI, now they are getting more powerful while taking the decision. We human being can enable them to take the decisions at certain point. You are create your goals. For example, suppose you want to do the recruitment of that. The recruitment process get involved the multi-stage problem also. So from the end, from the point of view of the requirement gathering, floating of the your requirement, recruitment, and joining. There's so many steps get involved. So this is how and when the multi agents comes in the picture, when the different agent can interact each other, then is a multi agent things will become. A system that pursue, yeah, definitely it has the environment, reason, plant, and task action. I mean, we have to feed these things to the your agent, then accordingly it will work. Or that it uses the different tools also. Tools means can be it use your LinkedIn also, where it can post your can be use your any platform. And for knowledge base, I mean, for reasoning and the generation point of view, it will use your LLMs for generating your responses also. So this is a typical pipeline of the agentic AI, where the reasons and the planning can be comes in the picture. We are moving from the reactive to proactive wave. Then the perception will comes in the picture, gather data from the environment. I mean, where in which part you are, suppose you are working from the some travel agency, then your perception can be from the you have to gather the travel related data. What are the action executions will be comes in the picture, implement decision through the actions, memory storage of information, your data set can be stored over there safely. We have to ensure that the agents can be work on their own can work on their defined range of defined range. They cannot go beyond on that. So we have to very, while designing this agent, we have to very careful on that and get the feedback and just adopt the improvisation process also. That will lead from proactive to active directions, from reactive to proactive directions. So from the agent side, the input will take in place of that. From data, from knowledge side, any database where your information can be stored, API calls and web search tools. This will be the input to the your agent, and what action it's going to, whether it's required. You need to perform some reasoning task also. Then it will consume the LLMs and decision layers also. And your execution part, I mean, what exactly you're going to do. You have to do some booking also, coding also, analyzing also. Different types of things can be performed with that. So clinical documentation and summarization agent that I have to try to tell you over there. So I mean, documentation and summarization, which is very important and essential part in healthcare sector, from especially from the medical practitioners and all this, because they will you how they're going to very interesting part. A patient have every hospital, everyone can maintain the record sheet of the patients also. So whenever it has come to the follow up, so that it can automatically present to the doctor without delaying in the information side. So this is how the getting the real time transcription, whatever they are, doctor patient can conversation will be getting transcription. This is the standard SOP can be built over there. And after you have elaboration of elaborative documentation, you can just summarize and store the bullet points of that. And EHR integration, you can integrate with the electric health record system also, which will reduce your documentation part also. This is again AI agent from the travel part. I mean, suppose as I make it clear that you have to be very thoughtful while designing the AI agent. Your goal should be very intentionally clear or there. Your inputs and outputs very much clear or also there. With those point of view, or with those inputs and goals, you can easily build your agents. There are a lot of frameworks is available for building this type of agents also. And some big companies, Make My Trip and other companies are using and building this type of agents and serving consumer also. So I mean, from other sectors also, patient triage, medical report summarization, drug discovery, as I mentioned you. So now industries are adopting different industries are adopting AI in the very huge percentage of that, from manufacturing, from R&D, and different finance, humans, resources, and the medical also adopting the AI very aggressively. Benefit of AI agents. Just a minute. Yeah. So, I mean, it has its own pros and cons also. The autonomy, personalization, adaptability, uh, efficiency, and scale. These are the pros of that. And the cons part will be definitely the technical limitations. You cannot bring so many things with the agent. You cannot heavily depend on the agents because they also do the mistakes and they got also hallucinated. Some ethical concerns will always remains with that. It may affect the workforce impact also, and cost implication can also be the part of that. These are some future perspectives where things can be out of that. so uh so yeah, so I'm done with my presentation. And Pranjali madam, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So can we have a small demonstration of our product so that they can yeah, first let me ask the is there any
Uh,
questions to be asked from the audience side?
yes, sir. I will ask to all the participants. If they want, they will ask.
Yeah.
Participant, you have any queries? Please ask.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we are also working on similar something. Like, we are planning to create a like research model on autoimmunity.
Okay.
So we are just thinking about how to proceed. Like our mentors and other, they told us that this is a good session. You should go and ask questions regarding it. So maybe the others from the experts can help you.
Yeah. So, and just what I'm understanding, you are trying to build the auto immunity.
Autoimmunity, like maybe the diseases like psoriasis can be there, and other diseases that can be happen because of the autoimmune disorder malfunctioning. So
Okay.
it
So
can
I think
be a
with
data model.
psoriasis, it is a
Huh.
yeah. Psoriasis, I think it is a skin disease, no?
Yes, sir.
Some patches will occur on your body part of that.
Yes, yes,
White
yes,
patches will be there.
yes, sir, yeah.
So I mean, to what exactly your problem? Try to solve that.
Like it comes from the family of autoimmunity, like when the immune system is not working properly. So there are chances that it is not be able to detectable in the early stages. Like it happens when the damage is already occurred.
Hmm.
The people go to visit the dermatologist and other people, but it happens like they can't understand it, like that we are having that problem because it's so common like to have that
Yes,
patches
yes.
and
It's
rashes.
so common. I mean, if you have some, if you're going to get the data set related those things, I mean, with that data set, you can try and build a model so that I mean, it's a symptomatically, especially in it's a genetic also sometime. So if you're
Yeah,
going to get this type of data from the family history of that, so we can predict that key. Okay, suppose a family A has the psoriasis problem, and what are the chances to communicate, or what are the chances to transmit it to their generation also. There's a predecessors also, subsequents also. So I mean, definitely with the medical data set availability, and what are the what we can say, what are the symptoms we have to going to capture with this data set. If you're going to get that one, and then based on that we can try and build a ML model, or any neural, we can try and build a neural network model, predict that okay, with the based on the provided input, what are the chances of getting replicate this disease to their son or daughter or any relatives on that.
Yes, sir. But there comes another problem that this diseases are heterogeneity. Like some different groups, the reason of their problem can be different. Some can be
Okay.
genes, some can be weather, and some because of their gut issues. So I
Yeah.
think we have to develop do a different case study for different patients.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's completely a data-driven thing. So if you need to capture the data from the different people with the different parameters, and then you can try and build the system.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for your guidance, sir.
Yeah.
It's applicable. Thank
Okay, participant, you have any query?
Good
Please.
evening, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please carry
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I just want to know, as a PhD scholar, if you want to do a research in the healthcare, what are the possible collaborative research uh, things available in CDEC? So, can I collaborate, or in
Join
what
कर
way
लो.
we can achieve those things?
हाँ, बस मैं बोलता हूँ. Yeah, we do have a collaboration, especially from the students and the research work. So we have a dedicated department in SIDAC Pune and the most of the SIDAC centers also, where you can approach and pursue your research work from your medical side also. So I can connect you with the people who are actually working in this domain, healthcare sector. So at CDEC Pune side also, we are working on the protein sequencing and bioinformatics side of also. So there is a good research opportunities having over there where you can get benefit and get connected over there.
Okay, sir. So, can you provide some details so that I can get connected with that?
Yeah. So you can reach out to me. You can write an email to me. I can share the email with here also. I mean, you can take the from madam side also. So I can connect you the concerned persons from the healthcare sector side, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Participant, any query? Any question?
So my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, just for sake of that. So this is my email address. I mean, those who are interested in for further and mbhargava@cdec.in. So for any query related for any collaboration and some research work related thing, please reach out us to also. So yeah. So can we do some demonstration also, ma'am?
Sir, if you want to take 10 minutes break, then we will start after the 10 minutes.
Uh, Okay. Otherwise, what we can do, ma'am, I mean, the demo will be only for 10 minutes over there. So we can finish
Okay.
demo and then we can take a break of 10 minutes because
Yes, sir. Sure.
my colleague is already joined from other end.
Okay, okay, sir. No issues. Then we will
Yeah.
complete our
So
demonstration, and then after that we will start our next session with demonstration.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So let me stop my screen. Yeah. So hello, everyone. We have Swapna who's working in the healthcare sector. And as I mentioned, Yuki, the CDAC is working on healthcare sector and develop various solutions. At the same time, I mentioned it that IUS Soft and iCare Soft. So we will have a demonstration of IUS Soft system, which will it's a completely a framework for the Ayurveda and complete IUS healthcare systems also. So Swapna, please you
Okay.
can
Yes.
share your screen.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, all. I will just share the screen and give the demonstration of the application. Is my screen is visible? Okay. So this is an iOncology.ai application. In collaboration with AIMS, we have developed this application. It has various modules like data collection of the patient, like in case paper, We can see medical history, present compliance, clinical examination, investigations, diagnosis, treatment. Whole case paper will be data will be captured here, and we can upload the case paper record also, that manual case record also. And it has also a proforma, like a breast proforma and ovarian proforma are considered here. Whole case proforma of the patient is also captured. We can import from the external proforma case also for here. And we have developed some AI models based on the investigations for detection of the cancer. Like one is on MRI, which we can see that after uploading the MRI image, it will show that the file is malignant, that the patient image is malignant, and it will approximate the segmented part of the malignancy and the count of tumors, like with the height and width and the probability score. And another one is like on the mammography. This one is USG. On USG classification, it will show the normal or abnormality in the image, from the image, with the probability score. And another one is on mammography image. Here we can see, no, it's not the mammography. Mm. Here we can see the multi-level classification of this mammograph image. It will give the malignancy score and the speculated mass score, and also the fatty class score. These all prediction is coming from the AI model that is developed based on the data that is provided from the AIMS and some of the from the open source data sets. This is another mammography image. Here we can see some histopathology information also. So it has two models. One is binary and another is multi-class classification. It will binary classification is telling like it is benign, and a subtype of that benign class is phyloid tumor, and with its score. So this is another histopathology image. This is a MRI image. So like this, various models have been developed on ovarian cancer and breast cancer, histopathology, MRI, and like radiology investigations. So here I have logged in as a clinician. Uh, now I will log in with the AI expert role. So in AI expert role, AI modeling pipeline is there, where the data that is captured in this application will be exported through data export in this data export wizard. So this exported data, exported ovarian cancer and breast cancer, and based on some query also we can export. And after the data is exported, it will be uploaded for the model validation. So that provision is also given to upload the data, external data, as well as the EHR data that is captured in the system. And then after the model is trained on this uploaded data, we can configure the model training also with the data set and the model name and training schedule. That model will be uploaded from the model upload wizard. And after uploading the model will be validated by the expert. That AI expert will do the validation. You can see the result of AI models. This is the ovarian. After validation, he can check on that model so that this model will be available for the clinician, that is in the doctor role, for usage. So in the backend, this AI pipeline is there for AI expert in the institution. So the next application is on iisoft.ai. iisoft.ai, it is developed based on Ayurveda principles and Ayurvedic data. The users of this application are like Ayurvedic doctors, physicians, researchers, and those who are interested in Ayurveda related study. So it is also have basic clinical examination, uh, patient information capture, and data mining tools are there. So this is the dashboard. Here, the after patient will be registered through this visa. And after the patient is registered, in the case paper, we can see that this capture of the data of the patient, like current medical history, present complaints, and the clinical examination has different other body parts. And like the lab investigation information, diagnosis, treatment, these all information can be captured here. So general parameters, Sotras Pariksha and Avyaya Pariksha. Here we can see like this body template provision is given where we can mark the and annotate the actual abnormality of the patient, and we can save the actual disease and lakshanas of that disease. So various Avyaya Pariksha and Sotras Pariksha are captured here. And in Prakriti Vichya, it is used for constitution assessment. So basically, the body constitution has dosha, manas, and dhatu sarda. So based on for each Prakriti, there are several set of questions. Based on the answers uh, of, from the patient, it will do analysis and give the Prakriti of type of that person. Like it is giving Ekanta Vata Pradhana and detailed analysis report, and we can see the system generated diet and lifestyle advice based on this Prakriti. So this is the general advice. As per the season wise advice is also provided, and the clinician can edit and add to this list. So this is a report that is generated. Similarly, Manas Prakriti and Dhatu Sarda assessment is also done. Here we can see the score. Preview it. Like the similar fashion, Dhatu Sarda assessment is also done. based on the set of questions and the option selected by the user. It will do the analysis. Uh, Certificates can be generated, lab investigation data can be captured, therapeutic procedure like that information can also be captured of that patient, and whole case paper of that patient can be previewed at once in this case preview form. Whole report of that patient can be seen here. Visit wise information we can see, or overall information, all visit information also we can see. And knowledge center is having the encyclopedia and Shabdanidhi part. All the Ayurveda related articles and samhitas are digitalized and can be browsed through this module. So it has multilingual data, like in Sanskrit, all the samhitas are captured as is. And we can do search on samhitas also, and in the articles, that are information that is being captured in whole encyclopedia. Here we can see all the Charak Samhita, Sushrut Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya, and their different articles. Multimedia gallery. It has different diseases information, like the psoriasis that just ma'am was telling. We can get more information on the click of it. And like that, therapeutic procedures are also captured. The whole procedure video is
Karna Puran. Karna means the ear.
we can see the whole therapeutic procedure in the video,
massage.
and
But
its
it is
intrinsic
also
result
accepted as a separate medical
where
procedure
this will
in
be
its
applied.
own right. First, the patient's temples are massaged with
And
lukewarm
in
oil.
search tab, we can Sanskrit.
Fermentation is
We
then
can do
given.
search in Sanskrit as
No
well as in
may be
English.
used for this purpose.
Like
This
if I
helps
search
the
the
later
Vata,
absorption
wherever the
of
Vata is
medicated oil in the ear
there,
cavity
those
and
all documents will
facilitates
be
its
populated
deeper reach.
and it will be highlighted in the
The
document.
patient is asked to lie down with his neck turned to one side. The medicated oil is then poured into the external ear. A dropper or
So this
swab
is the
of cotton
Ayurveda, and
is used for the
Shabdanidhi is a
purpose.
glossary of words that are
After the
frequently
ear
used in
cavity
Ayurveda.
is filled,
So these all
the
words,
area is
information,
gently
and
massaged.
it's in
The finger,
where it is used. All this information is
the
captured,
back,
and we can
front portions of the ear
get the
are also
information from here. Like
massaged.
if the word,
The
can
ear
select the word,
cavity is packed with
the
a
word
wad of
and its
cotton.
definition,
The
difference,
procedure is
meaning
repeated for the other ear.
can be seen from here.
In India, Karnapuran was a routine custom in
So in
every home.
Toolbox, it's like an
It is
Anveshaka
only
module,
now
like
that it
it's a
has
data
gained
mining tool.
prominence as a treatment.
So,
It has
Swapna,
class. Yes,
so how much is left?
only this is the last module, sir.
Okay, great, great, great.
Okay.
Please
So it
finish it.
has a classical data Anveshaka, that the Ayurveda data that is been uploaded in the database. That based on that data, we can do some query on that and get the information. And this is Vyadhi Chikitsa Anveshaka, like it will give the information related to Vyadhi and its treatment part. We can develop a query here and then view the report. I'm going fast, just showing the different functionalities. We can search by disease or we can search by Vyadhi here. If I search by only Vyadhi, it will give the details where this Vyadi is being used, like in Kalpa, Dravya, and all information will be populated here. And Vyadi Nidana is like a diagnosis and treatment tool. If we enter some lakshanas or symptoms and signs of the patient, it will, or anything, general symptoms or signs, it will give the diagnosis and the treatment. So based on this, it will give the probable diagnosis, differential diagnosis, and diagnostic matrix. So this is the Vyadi diagnosis part, and the whole data that is being captured in the case paper of the patient, that data can also be queried and can get the report on the data of multiple patients at a time. And we can export the data. So there are different query building modules where we can select the data and query and see the information that is being captured in the case paper form. So this is the iusoft.ai and the other one is oncology.ai. These are the two applications that are developed in the health related domain. I will just stop sharing. Mahesh sir, I'm done. If there are any queries,
Yes,
I
yes,
can.
yes, yes. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
Swapna, for such a good demonstration of our flagship product, iUsoft. And definitely it has a lot of features and it is not possible to demonstrate each
Yes.
and everyone in this small span of time. So
Yes.
whoever interest can be connect will definitely help you out in this way to
Okay.
understand this entire product. And I tell you, you must visit CDAC website. In health informatics section, you're going to see a lot of product and technology and products in this way. So I think Pranji madam, can we take a break?
Yes, sir. We
So
will
when
take
we
a 10 minutes break. It's 4:30 p.m. Then
ah,
4:40 we will start.
yes, madam. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All the participants, please do not leave the meeting. Join us after 10 minutes. Do not leave the meeting.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
have one question. Am I allowed to ask from sir?
Yes, yes, definitely. But I think sir is
Yeah,
available or
please, yeah,
not.
let me know.
Yes, 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 sir
Yes.
is available.
Sir, where have you deployed these artificial intelligence models, or matlab, whether it is on some local server or somewhere on the cloud like AWS or somewhere?
We do have our own cloud also. In starting, I show you that the Param Siddhi and Erawat cloud systems, because these AI agents are required at different types of hardware. Definitely, the GPU hardware is very essential for that. So we deployed on our own cloud system, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And also this iOncology is being hosted on AIMS server, and it is hosted on their intranet site, and it is available for access to all the AIMS hospitals. Okay.
So, okay, participants, we will meet 4:40.
I have just interrupted. I just ran this cell before because it takes a lot of time because it's a 600-page document. So it takes a lot of time. So I've already done that beforehand. So this is how it loads the document. And then you have the next stage, which was the splitting of the document. So small chunks, you can see that there are a lot of chunks that this Dockling library has created for us from this encyclopedia. And how this chunks are being done. So it takes a 4096 chunk length. So it starts counting like this, like till it 4096 counter is hit, and it creates a single chunk. And we are having a overlap so that if one chunk is split in halfway so that we can cover it in the overlaps. And that's how we get all these chunks with us. Next step of the process is to ingest these chunks into the vector database. So now we have loaded the data set, we have split. Now the part comes where we have to embed them. So for this, we are using a model called Quen by Alibaba. So this is how we are loading the model. This model is running on our Param Siddhi supercomputer and consuming one A100 GPU, which is a 40 GB GPU, which is a server grade GPU actually. So this is how you load your embedding model. It's a library. Again, we are using LangChain over here. It's a library that helps you to orchestrate your LLM workflows. What I mean with orchestration, we will see in the upcoming cells, that how we will be orchestrating these steps. So we have loaded our embedding model that we required. We need a vector store as well. So vector store is kind of a database, but instead of having rows and columns, it's a more of a intuitively graphical way of storing the things, where you have high dimensional data points that can be stored here. So in our case, the dimension of the chunks, if we see the embedding model, our chunk dimensions are 4096. And one more thing that I would like to show others as well. Yes. So this is a leaderboard by Hugging Face. So where you will find a lot of embedding models. So I have used the second model from this list, which is known to be like performing very well on certain tasks. So what kind of tasks we have, like clustering, classification, then we have retrieval, which is the thing that we will be using. So it is scoring comparatively very good. So that's one of the reason taking this model here. And we can see that embedding dimension is 4096 over here. So any text that we will be giving this model, it will generate a vector of 4096 elements in that. Next, we need a vector store. So for vector store, we have used MongoDB. And in order to configure MongoDB, you need to pull a Docker image from the official website. I'll be giving the references in the code itself later. So you need to pull this image, run the image, and you will have a running container for this. And you can, next is a host your this is a MongoDB console. So over here we have this vector database. Next thing is ingest. As per this dotted line shows the process of ingestion, that we are ingesting these embeddings into the vector database. So for this, we have this is how we have pushed each document. So how the document is being ingested is, if we see this MongoDB console. So we have a text chunk, that is this, and we have a 4096 dimension vector, which is a embedding. So this is how the data is stored in your MongoDB vector database. So this is how we are doing it in a Python way. We are sending a request to our embedding model. It takes the piece of text from here, sends it to the embedding model, generates the embeddings, and we store it in this MongoDB. Now that our vector database is prepared, now let's come to the chatbot building side. So how there are two kinds of chatbot that can be developed. One is a question answer based system where the chatbot doesn't know what was the previous question asked. So over here you have to like every time reframe your questions incomplete. Then you have conversational chatbots. So where you can give them ambiguous questions or related questions to your previous questions. So today we will be going through how to develop this pipeline. First, let me take through what is happening in this pipeline. So we have our large language model over here. What the user does is it asks the question. This question can be like, what is photosynthesis and what is its purpose? Let's say the first question was, what is photosynthesis? It went through this pipeline and it returned it some answer. Your next question will be how it is working. So now this is an ambiguous question. So what happens is this prompt goes to your chat history. It uses this large language model to reframe the question. So our question was that how it is working. But our previous question was what was photosynthesis. So LLM contextualized the current question by framing it in a way that how is photosynthesis working. So now it's a complete question that you can take as a standalone question. Then go to your vector database that we have created. This is the vector database. And it tries to find that which all piece of text are related to my question. So it compares the embeddings. So it compares the cosine similarity between your question vector and this embedding vector of your knowledge base. And whichever documents or whichever records are similar are being forwarded to the prompt. We will see what a prompt actually looks like and how LLM is taking it to process. So in the upcoming cells, we will see what we mean by prompts. So mostly LLMs are trained in a manner having system prompt, which is more of a behavior kind of a thing that you want from the models. Then you have your human prompt, like what kind of task you want to perform, and then the AI reply. So it's part of LLM to generate. So this is how we have structured it, that you are a helpful assistant, then some human input, like some kind of task that will be passing it, and LLM will produce a response. So how we have structured it. So we have used some placeholders, if you can see. This is one of the placeholder. Anything we pass will be forwarded to the prompt. And for this, we have used LangChain again. So LangChain gives you ready-made prompts to use. So you can see from here about the description of how this chat prompt template is used. You can see various examples of how you can tweak your prompts. So anything that you are passing in these messages are considered as prompts. So this is a very simple example of a chatbot where you just put your question. So this is how we have passed it. So input, it's a dictionary, and our question. Why is the Higgs boson important? So if I run this, so see, we have our answer with us. Next, we will go through the diagram. So we will first look at how we contextualize our question based on the previous chat history. So whenever a new question comes, it first goes to this contextualize chain. A chain is made up of your prompt. Prompt nothing, it's the task that you have described in your natural language. Then you have the LLM that will be looking at the prompt, and you will be having some output parser to fetch your answer. So similarly, this is how we have constructed our contextual chain. A chain has a prompt. We have our prompt over here, which is this contextualized prompt. And what kind of instruction that we have passed here is given a chat history and the latest user question, which might reference in the chat history. Formulate a standalone question based on it. And do not answer that question. You just return the question, that's all. A standalone question. Next thing we have is a QA system. So a simple basic QA system. So this is this part of the system where we have some similar documents and we pass it further. So a QA system. So you are a medical assistant. So that's how we have directed this LLM, that you are a medical assistant for question answering tasks. Use the following piece of retrieved context to answer the question. So these contexts will be retrieved from your MongoDB vector database. So this is the placeholder again we have given so that our anything that comes, uh, anything our vector database returns will be caught here. And again, we have created a QA chain. This chain again has a prompt, a large language model, and a output parser. So that's how we have developed two chains. So this is the first large language model call. And this is the second large language model call that we'll be doing. And now we need to combine this entire thing, these two chains. One is a contextualizing chain, another is a simple QA chain. In this history aware questioning answer. So it might be a little too much code driven, but It's very simple if you look at it. So what we do is we check for any questions. Is there any question? Are there any questions or not? So if it's the first question, take it as it is. Or if it's a second or third question, so you need to contextualize it based on the previous questions. So as soon as we contextualize our question, we send it to our vector database. So we get some context, some retrieved context from here. And this context is being used to further answer your original question in the QA chain. So you can see that we are passing the context, the retrieved context from here, and the input. Input is your human question. So we will see this thing running in this. So let me ask that what is. So we will take some any terminology from this PDF and we'll try to see that if it can answer it or not. So what is the very first thing that we have is ultrasound. So our question would be, what is abdominal ultrasound? What is its use? That's all. We'll send. So you can see it makes a call to Perplexity AI to contextualize it. It will next make a call to your embedding models. Yeah, just a second. Yes, successfully. So it sent a request to your embedding model, you can see. And these are all the sources that it referred to answer. These all sources are coming from your vector database, from this PDF. And these sources are nothing, small chunks that the Dockling library has created. So you can see that we got the answer with the references. I can now ask it an ambiguous question and still it will answer about abdominal ultrasound. That where it is used. Just a sec. So we asked where it is used. So it again understood that we were talking about abdominal ultrasound. So abdominal ultrasound is used in various settings, particularly in emergency and critical care to evaluate abdominal pain, trauma, other things. We can ask some other things that like what precautions we need to take. So we can directly ask it what precautions we need to take. So nowhere we have mentioned about abdominal ultrasound, but still it understands because it contextualize before looking for chunks. So, and these are all the related sources that it is referring. So this is one of the demo. Any questions? बिल्डिंग बता दिए Any questions?
Yes, participant, if you want to ask any question, please unmute yourself and ask the questions. Yes, any questions? No, sir.
So this is one of the demonstration where you can use different other PDF files or documents or health records to do a question answering. So this was just an encyclopedia. You can apply the same steps to make different kind of chatbots based on your documents. Next, I'll be demonstrating you another use case, which is speech classification. And the data we have with us is a respiratory data. So it's a data that was labeled with people with different respiratory diseases. So these are the respiratory diseases that the dataset talks about. This dataset was taken from Kaggle. And these are the COPD, which is a chronic illness. Then there are healthy patients. Then there are upper respiratory tract infection, bronchitis. Then this is another variant of bronchitis, pneumonia, then lower respiratory tract infection, then asthma. These are the diseases that we have with us that will be predicting from the speech data, which contains the speech of breathing, people breathing. So first we will do some visualization on top of data, that how our data looks like. So audio data is a data which is in two domains. One is in frequency and another is time domain. So it's a sequential data, that because it has the time unit with it. So this is how you can plot the frequency as compared to time. So there is another way that you can visualize these kind of information is a MFCC or a MEL spectrogram. So what is MEL spectrogram? MEL spectrogram are a representation which is very similar to how humans perceive audio or speech. It's on a logarithmic scale, and it is a representation where you have temperature, which tells you that the intensity of the frequency there. So this is how we have visualized our audio file, which has the breathing recording, and we have applied some augmentations on it. So what kind of augmentations you can apply on audio file? So you can add some extra noise, you can shift some time, you can shift the pitch, or you can stretch it, like you can make it slower or faster by increasing the rate. So we applied these augmentations on the audio file and we are visualizing it. And you will see very minute differences because of these uh, augmentations. And one very peculiar thing that you can spot the differences with this original, the first spectrogram and the last spectrogram. You can see that when we do some pitch shift, a lot of noise gets added. A lot of noise gets added. And you can see especially on the left portion of this, of both the first spectrogram and the last spectrogram. You can see how the augmentation helps us when you have very less data and you want to increase the size of data. So these kind of augmentations helps us. Earlier we had a single sample, now we have 6 samples. Though they denote the same thing, but still we have some variability in these data, and is one of the technique when you have very less data to train the model. Again, now coming to what is the difference between MFCCs and MEL spectrogram. So MEL spectrogram is the raw representation of your audio file, and MFCC is the logarithmic uh, derivative of it. So where you have reduced the dimensionality and normalized the values. So you are taking only those features which are contributing majorly. And this is the audio file. If is the audio file with audible to you guys? Just check. So it's a very faint breathing sound that is being captured over here. So we use the same augmentations and started building our data set. So we earlier had 920 samples. 920 samples with us. By using augmentation techniques, we increase the data set to 1840. So you can see that this is a function that does all that. It adds noise, it shifts the pitch. Sorry, it shifts the frequency. This one shifts the pitch. This one stretches. It's for speed perturbation where you get increase the pace of the audio file. And we have applied it on the data. Next, we have done a label encoding of the labels. We had these many labels that will be predicting from the audio files, which is bronchiolitis, COPD, healthy, pneumonia, or upper respiratory tract infection. We have dropped uh, some of the diseases because they were very less number of files. So you can see for asthma, we only had one record. For lower respiratory tract infection, again, we had just a single two records. So that's why we dropped these labels and the data associated with it. So this is how you can see the distribution, and you can see it's normally distributed now. All the classes, each color represents a single class. So this green one is COPD, the zeroth one, which is this yellow one, is bronchiolitis. Then second is for healthy people. Third one is pneumonia, and then upper respiratory tract infections. Now what we have done is we have created our data sets. This is a PyTorch way of creating a data set where we have divided further the data set into train, validation, and test split. We will take train and validation data set for our training, and before going to training, now we have to make our model. So what will be our choice of model is a CNN based model combined with a GRU. So these models you might have come across these in the slides of what Mahesh sir presented. So these models has their real life implementations. So why CNN module is being used? So that we have our spectrogram image, and as sir mentioned that these models are for mostly for image recognition and all. So where we have kernels, pooling layers to help to get local features, frame-wise features on these spectrograms. Next, we have a GRU. So as I again mentioned that this is a time series data and it's a sequential data. So GRU or RNN kind of models or even a transformer based model would have been kept, but because of hardware limitations, because I'm running it on my laptop GPU, which has only 4 GB. So we have kept it very small. So just a single GRU layer, which takes these features one by one and process it sequentially so that uh, frames in the past helps to predict in the future. And finally, we end our model with a fully connected layer to get our predictions. The same thing can be seen in the code as well. So we are starting with a CNN module. It's a sequential module, first of all, because everything goes in a sequence. And starting with a convolutional layer, then some normalization layer, then a ray loop, which you can see is an activation function that tells the next layer that which all neurons that you need to activate, followed by another convolution layer, you can see. After that, we have a single GRU layer, which is this GRU layer. And finally, we end our layer with end our model architecture with a uh, linear layer. So this is the linear layer, fully connected layer or linear layer, whatever can be interchanged. So this is how our model is architect. Next, we could write a forward function that how our inputs will be passed on from layer by layer. So how we are doing it, we are passing it to the CNN module first. This is the CNN module. It goes through all the convolutions. Next, it goes through the GRU layer. Our input goes through the GRU layer and we get our outputs. And finally, that output is sent to the fully connected layer. And one peculiar thing that you can see that how many classes we are predicting? 5. So the fully connected layer will have n classes, which is 5. So this final layer will give us 5 probabilities across 5 classes. Next, we start our training loop. We initialize our model. We initialize our loss function. This is the loss function, also known as criterion, which is a normal basic cross entropy loss. Then we have Adam optimizer. So optimizer tells us that are we going in the right direction? And if we are going in the right direction, how big our steps should be. And it is controlled by the learning rate. Next, we have some lists to store our training loss and validation loss as the epoch. And we are training it for 20 epochs. So as the epochs iteration will go on, these losses will be stored in the list. So this is the training loop. We pass pass our data into the model. We do compute our loss. We back propagate this loss to the architecture. We do a optimizer step. Then we add our losses to the list, to our list. And after each training step, we do a validation step on the validation dataset. So this is the validation loader, which is, you can see over here, that was built from the validation dataset. So we do a validation on the validation set. And as you can see that after running it for 20 epochs, you can see the train loss going down. After each epoch, it is decreasing. And the accuracy, you can see it is increasing. Same goes for the validation loss, which tells us that our training is in a right direction. That our model is neither overfitting or nor underfitting because of the reproducibility of the graphs. So you can see even the validation loss is going down. So these are the graphs that tells you about the training. That when the training loss is going down, our validation loss is also going down. And the same thing, when the training accuracy is going up, our validation accuracy is also following the same trend. And finally, after training the model, we saved the model, calling it, giving it a path. We again loaded that model, loaded the states, whatever states gradients, whatever states the gradients were in, and we do a evaluation on the test set. This set wasn't introduced in the training pipeline, so this is completely unseen. And we get a 67% accuracy on top of it. So few things that one can experiment over here is changing these layers. Instead of GRU, one can use transformers or LSTMs. Another experiment that one can do is with the type of data we are using. So you can either use the MEL spectrograms, which are these image data sets, or a compressed version, which is these MFCC features. So in our case, we have taken the MFCC features because these MFCC features already have compressed the information present in the MEL spectrogram so that we don't need any model to compress it. So this is one of the second demo that so this is the second demonstration where we have used a speech audio data set and in the healthcare domain to predict the respiratory diseases. Acquiring such kind of speech data sets across different age groups, genders, and living lifestyles is again a challenging task. So you can use the augmentation techniques above shown to increase the size of data, or you can come up with some groundwork to collect such kind of data sets. Any questions in this demonstration? Any questions? Hello, hello. So now we'll be going to the last demonstration for today, which is a skin disease detection. Again, it's a classification task based on your images. So again, similar to the previous use case, there we had speech files. Over here we have images corresponding to these diseases. Some of them are malignant, some of them are benign. Malignant is cancerous, benign is non-cancerous. So again, we will do a data analysis first, that how our data set looks like. So these are the disease names and the corresponding images. Next, we will do some check on the distributions, that whether our data set is balanced or not. So we can see that most of the age population is between 45, 50s, 40s and their 50s. And the data is balanced in terms of gender. And most of these skin disease are reported on the back and lower extremities or at the trunk area, waist area. And what is the most found diseases? Melanocytic nevi, which is a benign disease. We can see from this table, which is a benign common moles that we have, black moles. And if we have these images, this is how this thing looks. This is the same distribution in a pie chart manner where we have most of the disease reported as melanocytic nevi and rest of them are with their proportion. So this is another bivariate analysis where we are taking two features at a time. So we have taken the localization and the gender. So we can see that female has more, female population has more skin disease on the lower extremity, while the male population has more skin diseases on their backs. From this analysis, we can see. Similarly, we take uh, different localization, body localization, that which part of the body this disease is occurring and what kind of disease is it. So some more bivariate analysis on this. Now coming to model building and dataset building. So this is again a PyTorch method for creating custom datasets where we are taking our data frame and we are performing some transforms. As I mentioned that these kind of images or datasets are very limited in size. So we need some augmentations. Over there we had different augmentations with respect to audio file. With respect to images, we have different augmentations. And that is being taken care by the function called transform. So what this data set does is it reads the entire data set and returns one data set at a time, one record at a time. Next, we are defining what kind of augmentations we need to apply on the images. We need to resize the image. We do a random horizontal flip, a random rotation on the image so that we increase the variability. And we normalize the image as well. Over here, you can see that we have now divided our data in 3 splits, 2 for training and testing, training and evaluation, and the rest of it for testing. Now coming to the model. So over here we have used MobileNet. MobileNet is again a model, a deep neural network. V3. So you will see that it has numerous convolutional layers. You can see these convolution layers that reduces this bigger image into small feature maps. These feature maps are passed to a linear layer where you finally predict the labels. So this is the model architecture. You can see number of convolution layers and residual connections. This is a mobile net v2. Again, we have trained this model. Over here, you can see the training loss, which is reducing, oscillating actually. So it tells us that we need more data or more complex models to solve this kind of a problem. So after training it for 10 epochs, we can see that it has fairly reduced from where it started. It started with 1.18 loss. After 10 epochs, it has reduced to 1.2. And the accuracy has subsequently increased from time to time, starting with 46% accuracy on the validation set, ending up with 59% accuracy. So now we do some evaluation on the trained model. So we pass it some data and we see the ground truth and the prediction. So this is one more demonstration about skin diseases in image classification. So any questions or any query that you would like to ask about this demonstration?
स्पीकर को वो कर देना कर दीजिए. So hello everyone. I mean, hope you have take
Hello,
a
sir.
benefit of all the use cases that Shiva is explaining you over the code frame using Jupyter Notebook. I mean, all the use cases are very interesting and very much aligned with the today's theme also. Uh, uh, so we're talking about the chatbot or a question answering system from the healthcare, especially from the normal question answers related thing. Then the how your voice can be used to detect the diseases. And third one is the image based thing that he explained you. So these are the three use cases. I mean, if required, we can share you the Jupyter Notebook code also. Yes, we'll definitely share the PPT also. So any question regarding this or anything that through for the session, please let us know. Uh, or you can ask let's keep it a open discussion or question answer part. And Pranjali madam, anything that you are looking for RI or how we proceed further?
Um, Participant, you have any queries, any questions, please feel to ask.
Or anyone?
एक second. क्या बोल रहे थे?
Or anyone who would like to discuss about any related use case that they have in their mind based on today's demonstrations. Any related use case that you would like to work?
I think no anyone, sir. Sir, you are on mute.
So can we move for the closing now, or we can wait, or what we're going to do, ma'am?
Sir, I think we will close now.
I think there's a question from paper 317 to everyone. What is that? Who's that? He's asking what? Through microphone, you can get the audio data, no?
Yes. So you can collect the data using some microphone.
Yeah, or if you want to pursue some application or build application, there are the lot of platform where you're going to get curated and a specific domain specific data set from the Kaggle, from Hugging Face. As I mentioned, AI Course is also publishing a lot of databases. Yeah, we'll share the resources also. Yeah. Yeah, please, Navdeep, you had any query?
Hello, sir. I did my PhD in this chest X-ray report generation only. What problem we are facing basically is that is already done, but what problem we face with the deep learning models are how to deploy it, because we have
Okay.
to optimize them or like pruning or something we have to do before sending it onto some cloud or something. That is our main issue. Do you have any suggestions or some recommendations or some article as well that I can read to do that?
So one recommendation that I would give is you can reduce the precision of your model. That makes your model lightweight for deploying it on a compute constrained environment. Another thing is you can look at ONNX that speeds up your model in a deployment runtime.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean quantization of your model he's talking about.
yes, sir.
Quantization.
When I was quantizing, I used OINCs as well. So in
Yeah.
OINCs, matlab, our accuracy reduced.
Yeah, definitely. You have to compromise with that, ma'am. Because see what is happening over here. Suppose you are storing your knowledge in, let's say, for example, I'm saying you in 1 billion parameter. Okay. And those 1 billion parameter are trained with your data set, which comprises everything that you make them train. Now, what is happening with at the deployment? This is usual problem, and people are facing those who have a limitation at the hardware end, ma'am. And you know that for this type of model, especially LLM based and all VLM based model, a vision transformer based model, they required a special type of accelerator, the GPU accelerators also. But getting availability is again a bit difficult of that. So people adopted quantization of the model, which will give you fairly accurate output, but not the 100% that what you are expecting. But at the side of, I think, Shiba, they must have some quantization techniques also they can enable and to optimize the outcomes also. So is in that front, definitely if we can get access across some quantization useful and some new technique, we'll definitely share with you, madam.
Quantization is
Okay,
your
sir.
way forward.
Yes, sir. I tried OINCs as well. I tried like that light model also.
So
I did
what is
pruning
your parameter
also.
size of model? I mean,
Sir, it was 10 million because I used BERT for embedding.
okay. And where you are running this one? I mean, what hardware?
It was RTX 4060, I think, GPU.
Okay.
8 GB, 8
हाँ
6
जी,
GB,
8
And
GB, sir.
8 GB
and what is your model size actually?
in terms of GB.
It's 2 years back, sir. That I don't
Okay,
remember
okay, no problem.
particularly.
Anyways, you can connect. We will definitely try to help you in this front also if something is required.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I have sent you the invite over that
Yes, yes,
LinkedIn
ma'am.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll
Yes,
connect
ma'am.
from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions, participant? Can we conclude?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable knowledge and insights of the AI in healthcare and medtech landscape. Uh, Thank you so much, your team also, and all the participants. Thank you for your active engagement online in this session. We conclude the day two FDP, and welcome to you all tomorrow's session. Wishing everyone to have a good, wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all the participants. It was lovely connected to all you. Hope
Yes,
see you
sir.
soon.
It's a very informative and very knowledgeable session, sir. It's a very
Okay.
interactive session.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you
It
for
is a
giving.
two-way communication here in this session today.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
was very.
So, yeah.
Hello, Mahesh sir.
Thank you, sir.
अरे बताइए साहब.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you, sir, in our FDP.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
And say my hello to Sanjeevan sir, Shiva Kumar sir,
Yes, 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 yes.
Parimar sir
Definitely.
as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Definitely.
So it is really nice session, sir. I was like there in the session. I tried to attend this fullest.
Okay.
It was very nice. And nice to see
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhotre sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Thank you. Thank you all participants.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, HOD, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, sir.